Like the title, and I really like the idea of this, that there's a project in, 2047 launched by LA historians that you can have Vistories, which is history as AI experiences or virtual reality. It's interesting. I kind of wanted to know more. I wanted to see this as a sort of full on short of people being able to access these and how and when. And but it was really neat to see. It was almost like a teaser for a series, or the idea of this it was like a teaser for me. It was almost like a trailer, and I really just wanted to see more of how this would be useful. But the actual visuals itself was cool. And of course, it's timely with AI being such a controversy right now. And I think it was a great way to use it, because you weren't, in my opinion, it wasn't substituting an actor, because you're talking about specifically about this being an AI thing.
I thought this was so interesting. I like the kind of concept that places have a memory, even as they change over time, and even if over, like, a human's lifetime, it doesn't look like it's changed all that much, but over, like, a building's lifetime, or over a bridge, or, like, this, river, over the lifetime of that place, that location spans so much more than a human's lifetime, and I've always loved that kind of idea that a place has a memory, that a place holds all of these other memories, and like I said, I've always really been interested in that kind of concept, and I think that this was such an interesting way to illustrate that, to actually put it into a visual perspective, because it's something that I think can be hard conceptually to grasp. So translating that concept into a visual representation isn't always easy, and I think that this did such a good job of doing exactly that.
It looked almost like it was Sims or something created on that, except Sims doesn't have, like, the LA River and stuff. The fact that they were going through the history of this river, and that they said that what they called Vistories are everywhere in the future by 2047 is quite remarkable, because it feels very futuristic. If this film fits perfectly in the sci-fi category, because this type of technology is probably very much something that could happen in the future. And all through a touch of a button at an ear, it's quite remarkable that someone thought of this, because it's not something I had ever put thought to, and it seems very plausible that this could be our future as humans. That just with the touch above a button, you could see the history of an entire landmass, an area, just by a touch of a button.
With this one, we'll learn about the Vistories, and they are portrayed with this tiny device that you put, and then apparently you get some reminiscence. And this is a great animation with super high quality, and we go and reconstruct a specific scenario from different pieces that they collect. And it looks beautiful. I love the idea of having the separate pieces conjoined and then having something new, and the feeling, this nostalgia that is somehow portrayed. And I liked it a lot, especially the effects of the water running.
Fun and engaging watch. I love the dystopian vibe the story had going, the future side of what could be a world run by AI and technology. The story was great. It felt timely. It was fascinating, and it was such a joy to watch.
I just love the CGI in this one. The central figure was so realistic, and the sound effects were very intense, such as loud footsteps and beeps. I love the text screens and the images of LA superimposed in the film. The soundtrack was so eerie, with lots of deep bass sounds and synth. The narrative was quite dramatic, and the somber face and body posture of the main figure was very telling, being very sad about the time period and seeing the past with nostalgia.